You're locked into the Grizzly Digital Network. It's time for Grizzlies Live. Now, let's go live to the voice of the Grizzlies, Matt Mahoney.
Welcome everybody to Grizzlies Live here at Newk Eatery. As always, I'm your host, Matt Mahoney, and we're joined by a special guest, the AI Softball Championship Trophy, and head coach Kat Ihlenburg. Coach, how we doing?
Hey, I'm happy to see that hardware sitting at the table with us.
You brought us a friend here today.
I did.
Where did you put it after we won it on Saturday?
Right in my window, so that anybody who looks up at my office says, hey, that looks like a neat trophy in there. I wonder what that's about.
Well, Coach, we've got a jam-packed show for you here. We've got nothing but highlights from all 4 games.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
I can't wait. I read them all. I love all these moments we're about to watch.
Here we go. We'll start off as the top-seeded Grizzlies take on number 6 in Kentucky Christian. Mary Burke in the first inning gets things started with a double, and then Abby Holsey slaps one down in the corner to give the Grizzlies a 1-0 lead.
Mary just started that tournament on fire. We knew from the leadoff, from the beginning of warm-ups, and that obviously first inning, she was locked in, and she was really ready to hit, and she just, at every game, and we played 4, came up in different situations that were really critical.
Top of the second inning, Kentucky Christian answers with a couple of runs of their own. 2-1 lead for them, but the AI Player of the Year strikes for the first time of many times. Cassie Littlefield wrote the triple to right, and then Mary Burke follows up, scoring her to tie the game at 2.
Yeah, Cass, again, is just an exciting player to have on your team, and she's really that firecracker that you want in those situations. So she stepped into the box, and I knew she was locked in on their pitcher. She didn't have a good first at-bat. She was really annoyed with it. So she just kind of stepped up and did what she always does, and that's kind of be a spark. And Mary, like I said, there's another example. She just had ice in her veins all week. She was ready to go. Nothing was bothering her, and pulled the trigger and got that nice little single in the left
more
side.
on Burke in a moment. They're going to see more than one highlight from her. Then you enter Kayla Byram. 5 2/3 innings pitched for her. Gives up 3 hits in relief, no runs, and strikes out 6.
Yeah, you can't put a price on preparation with her, and that's really what she came in. She was just prepared, and it felt like the bigger the games got, the more excited she got to perform, and couldn't be more proud that she was able to step in the circle in different situations for us and come through.
And then in the 5th, a tie ball game, 2-2. Littlefield leads off with a walk, and then Cassie Littlefield hits a ball, or excuse me, Alicia Fields hits the ball hard to the shortstop position as this is Kayla in the 6th, but she strikes out the side in this inning, just retires the side in a beautiful effort in a tie ball game here. And so Kayla doing what Kayla does very well, and then here we go in the 5th as Littlefield leads off with a walk, and Alicia hits the ball really hard.
Yeah, and Alicia really also was another player that came up in some situations that I would tell her, you know, I need a line drive, and she was zoned in for us too. So it's what you want to see in this tournament, just your players ready to go and accepting the challenges you're throwing at them.
And then Kayla Byram just shuts the door down in the 6th, gets a pop-up to left to win the big game, 3-2, and we said it before, Kentucky Christian was not the 6th best team in this tournament.
No, they absolutely came out prepared, and they had a very solid ball club, and it's something that we knew as coaches that they were going to be better than what maybe their record was. And their record was good. What I mean by that is they played a lot of non-traditional schools, Division III, some Division IIs you haven't heard of. And so you go, well, are those quality opponents the way that, you know, your number 5 seed, even though it's a British Columbia, they play everybody on the West Coast, ranked in the top 10. So you give them credit for coming out prepared, and that no matter where they were playing, obviously they wanted to fight as well.
Absolutely. Then the Grizzlies, maybe the motivation all season to get that one more.
Yeah.
We wanted Houston Victoria.
Yeah.
We got Houston Victoria.
Yeah.
And how big was it to win that ball game?
It was a lot of moments of redemption for our program. I mean, the last game of last season left a bad taste in every returner's mouth. You know, that wasn't the story of our season, and that's how we had to end it. And then going into this season, we wanted to earn recognition as a program in the national spotlight.
Right.
And this game really turned some heads, and I've been told that, you know, it matters and it doesn't matter, but for the sake of the team, it does matter.
Absolutely.
The team knows we can compete with anybody, and we can rebound from any season and what has gone on in the past to create a new future for ourselves.
Let's take a peek at the highlights here. The game starts off slow until the 6th inning after Alicia Fields' walk for the Grizzlies. I think this is the final frame of the 7th here. As Colin, do me a favor. Let's go with the next one there, the huddle there. Yeah, let's play that one right there. Go ahead and hit that. So here we go, slow to the 6. You get the offense together here,
right?
With a huddle and foul territory there, and then Haley Thompson busts the game wide open with a triple.
Haley just, I keep saying on fire and locked in, but you know, so many of the hitters really came through in situations, and with Haley, she was just chomping at the bit to get that hit because, again, she was in that game last year, and she knew what was at stake for the team, and she wanted to be the one in that situation. So I'm proud of her because she really stepped up, and, you know, that shortstop making that dive and effort on Chelsea's ball, she was a phenomenal athlete, really shut us down in the first 4 innings. So for Chelsea to squeeze one through that 5-6 hole, it really let me know that we had taken control of the game completely, and she really played well all tournament too.
And then Ashley Bikey does what Ashley Bikey does here.
Yeah.
As she goes a complete game, 7 hits, 2 runs, no walks, and 4 strikeouts.
Yeah, and it's funny too because the 7 hits, it sounds like a big number, but they really weren't big hits. You know, they were strung out over the different innings, and she really was able to lock herself in. That changeup and the off-speed curve were insane, and she was able to shut down a lot of their hitters because she was able to throw their rhythm off balance with that pitch.
So a big win for the Grizzlies. Of course, they win by a final score of 6-2, 2-0 in the bracket. You advance on to that winner's bracket.
Yeah.
It's not a championship, but man, it really shapes the form there. And you thought the bracket on the other side doesn't work out. Cal State San Marcos set the loser's bracket.
Right.
And you see Ashford waiting on you for there on Saturday.
Well, we watched that game, you know, every pitch, and Ashford just had a certain amount of fire to him that, you want to see in a tournament. You know, everything's on the line, and the only way you're moving on is if you win the big the big one. So winning that game on Friday,
yeah.
it really set the tone for our team of, wow, okay, we're in control now.
Yeah.
And we knew how good Ashford was coming in. Great hitters, a very strong number 1 in Nicole Schmidt, and we wanted to lock her off early, and we were able to kind of do a little bit, but obviously we didn't slam the door the way I would have liked. So
yeah, so Friday's ball game here goes to extras. We fast forward through the ball game. Basically, we go to the drama. Grizzlies led 6-1 in the 6th, but Ashford would score 4 straight to take a 5-4 lead. And here we go with Cassie Littlefield. Season on the line. She singles, steals second, and the Grizzlies. I'll help you out here, Colin. Go back to Game 4 there. That top highlight with Ashford here, as Ashford gets things going here. But great performance by the Grizzlies on Friday.
Absolutely. I'm proud of the girls because they never let anything rattle them in these situations. I mean, you see their hitters continuing to make contact, and it's so awesome that the team rallied behind each other no matter the situation. We had a lot of opportunities to really put it away further, and we had a lot of opportunities to keep them out of the game, and our defense came through when it needed to. We gave them, the 1 run I felt like we gave them in the 9th and, in the 10th. And that was kind of the scariest moment of the season. You look at yourself and you go, wow, okay, they tied it in the 7th, or went ahead in the 7th, we tied it. They went ahead in the 10th, and, it's, I'm not going to call it a miracle, but it was just an incredible situation that we set ourselves up for with 2 outs and 2 strikes on Cassidy, that she forces such a hard ground ball too. And, you look at her standing there, and she wants to be in those situations, and Alicia wants to be in those situations. And you can't argue with your team when it's, no matter what it is, they want it and they want to be there. So always exciting.
So now we're set here. After go to the next one here, Colin, the G3 Ashford. Here we go. All right, so the Grizzlies tied up in the bottom of the 7th inning, and then Ashford comes up, Bikey comes in the game, and I thought maybe our life's on the line here. 2 runners on, no outs, and Bikey does a great job getting a 1-2-3.
Well, and it's something she's done her whole career, and she'll get herself into these little holes, but it's never a jam you can't get out of. So when we have Bikey on the mound, and that's why maybe you do sometimes give her that number 1 plug, because she really can just pitch herself out of anything. She'll be bases loaded with none down and strike out 1 and get 2 weak ground balls to deflate the other team, which she did earlier in the season in critical games. And she just came out, kind of was like, okay, well, it's my turn to pitch, so that's what I'm going to do. And that's Ashley Bikey for you.
And then we go to the bottom of the 9th here, and we thought the game was over.
Yeah.
Bases loaded, no outs. I had the glory machine cranked up. I was ready to go.
Yeah.
Chelsea Palazzo does her job, and it's just a great play by the center fielder.
And the center fielder Newk called the left fielder off. You can see her come up, makes the perfect throw. Our runner beats the throw, but she slid behind the tag, and Of course, you want to come unglued in that moment. You kind of see me squatting down going, I cannot believe we just got thrown out at the plate. That was what we asked for. Go green, hit a ball to the green. And so you absolutely have to tip your hat to Ashford in that moment. They stood tall too, and they weren't ready to just let up. But shoulda, woulda, coulda, you always play that game. That's how you get better, is you look at what you did wrong to make it right the next time. We should have slid right in. And I told you in the interview, I should have squeezed Cassidy in the bottom of the 7th with Alyssa on 3rd. Why didn't I do that?
Right.
But you don't play that game again. You play what you're playing in that moment, and you move with it, and luckily we still got other opportunities.
So we went to the 10th, and what we thought was the end of the game in the bottom of the 9th, we thought may have been the game in the top of the 10th, is Ashford uses their speed, they get a base hit with the slapper there, and they go up 6-5, and I thought, well, it was fun, and now we got a battle.
Yeah, and you know, this hitter who was up, and forgive me, I forget her name, but we knew
Allie
she
Clayson.
had, okay, Allie Clayson, great. Allie had a lot of speed, and we knew she was a triple threat, she was a doubles threat.
Yep.
We didn't know what she was going to do, but she had speed, and she had more than 20 stolen bases on the season. You knew she was going to do something and run hard.
Yeah.
And you can't play Chelsea too far up, she drives it over her head. You can't play her too far back, look what happened. She gets the chopper that gets her a single, and they score a run on really some just silly defensive plays that it's like, but that's why you play.
Right.
And so we're in that situation. I know we have good hitters coming up the next inning. Tori wasn't on point in those games. I thought maybe she'd eke one out, less over pressed, and I knew it in her at bat. So you kind of look at Cass and you're like, well, we're already losing, so you have nothing to lose. You have everything to gain. And she just goes in and cracks one at the shortstop that I knew how hard she hit it, but the shortstop wanted that 3rd out, so she overplayed herself and kind of threw that one away for us.
And again, with the tournament on line, 2 outs, down a run, you turn to Cassidy Littlefield.
Yeah.
And she comes up with the base hit to keep our tournament hopes alive here.
Yeah.
And the 1-2 punch to the top, Mary Burke drives her in and just it didn't cement it then, but wow, just Burke continued to step up.
Absolutely, and that's where if you could have really just, you want to see everything, but if you could have just seen Mary's eyes, they were so focused, and it's like she was so dilated, like she wasn't going to miss that ball, she was going to hit that ball. And obviously, Nicole Schmidt threw a pitch that Mary just was able to muscle up the middle, which is exactly where we needed it to go.
Yep.
You know, ground ball to the left side, we don't score. Ground ball to the right side, maybe it's 1st and 3rd. And then Abby gets her opportunity for redemption. And I've never been so excited for a player to have another shot to do what she needed to for the team, because she was so upset with herself that she got thrown out. She knew what that run was. It was the game winner. She knew it. And she went into the next frame defensively very upset about it. And so she looked at me and said, okay, I'll shut it for you. Because she wanted to be the one. And that's all you can ask. You can never teach that preparation. You just have to hope that they begin to learn there's no moment that you can't be big enough for. And Abby absolutely said that about herself. She goes, I wanted another shot, Coach. And glad she got it. Absolutely.
So the Grizzlies, again, come out of the winner's bracket. They're set up for the championship game on Saturday. You throw Kayla Byram out there, and Kayla in that championship game had a perfect game through 5 2/3.
Yeah, through the first 3 innings, I was like, wow, okay, you know, she's gone through the lineup with no hits before, and she had some full counts that were a little iffy for us, but she was hitting the black. Never white, never in the dirt. She was hitting black, and that's what you want in those situations. And the defense obviously played perfect behind her as well, because it wasn't just strikeouts, it was defense making plays. We had some balls hit to left that Jordan had to make plays on, and a couple balls hit to center that, you know, got a hold of and Tori was able to track down. Kayla just really was ready for that moment, and ready. She said to me the night before, I told you that, Coach, I've won a national championship. I want this team to win an AAI championship. And so with your pitcher's mentality, being in that frame of mind, you know that you're going to come out and have a good performance. And our hitters, you know, I knew when we even had Jordan thrown out at the plate, I felt good. I felt good that we were going to be able to come through then, because Jordan being locked in meant that 1 through 7 were locked in. And Tori came in with her monster double, and Alyssa came in with her hits. It just, everybody was firing on all cylinders. When Tori really cracked the egg, there's a lot we talked about before the game to say, the pass doesn't matter right now, because you can't redo it. Live for this pitch, get yourself one to hit, you know where she's going to throw you, and she just attacked it. And it was great to see her get a hit in that moment.
3 doubles for the Grizzlies in the 5th, scores a couple runs, capped off by Mary Burke, the MVP here as Mary Burke just puts the bat on the ball, and I mean this cemented it for her.
It did, and with Mary, we wanted a couple more insurance runs, and one was feeling good, but we knew 2 or 3 with Byram, the way she was performing, would put it out of reach, and it was exciting to just see her continue to do well, and she never even got rattled by it. She just was all business about it. Like, of course, that's what I'm supposed to do.
Yeah.
And with Haley's home run, I honestly called that. I've never called a lot of home runs by a player.
Nice.
But I went up to her in her pre-inning and I said, you're going to hit one right now that's going to go real far, real far. And it only went 196 feet, but that's all we needed.
Absolutely.
And Alicia had one just the pitch before that went 194 feet. So we'll take them.
Another double here. This is the last run that'll come in for the Grizzlies here. And just a phenomenal job offensively, especially late. And then Kayla continues to shut down the team in the 7th. Tori Heineman catches the last out and secures the first women's AI championship for Grizzly Athletics. And
a great person to have in the circle. I mean, Kayla's story of how she got here is exciting, and in that situation, Tori just had the read on the ball, and you know she was going to come in and make the catch. She's not missed a single pop fly all season, so I'm glad that wasn't her first one. And you know, the whole team was proud of each other. That it took all 20 of them, and down to Chelsea Patterson and Nikki Miller breaking out the field with Coach I. I mean, it's all those little pieces that come together, and you're able to celebrate with each other for that. So very, very happy for all the ladies.
It was a quality celebration indeed as the Grizzlies again win the AI championship. You're going to the NAI tournament for the first time in program history.
Yeah.
We don't know where yet, but has it sank in yet?
It sank in because you keep looking and going, well, maybe they're going to tell me sooner than later where I'm going. Because waiting, again, it's like waiting for that 4 o'clock game on Friday. It's like you wait and you wait and you wait, and then you want to get amped up and ready to go. So we've been practicing all week. We'll continue to practice all week. We want that opportunity to play the best of the best and put ourselves out on the national scene.
Absolutely. We'll find out Thursday night, tomorrow night, 8 o'clock here locally. You can go to nainetwork.com for the selection show, but the Grizzlies will be in action. We don't know where. We find out on tomorrow night, but they'll go from May 11th through the 13th. The site to be determined here, and obviously looking forward to that. Yeah. And again, going to the NAI National Championship.
Yeah.
So, Coach, we let you go here. I don't know when we're going to see you again. We'll have you back on the show, but looking forward to it as well. Good luck as you guys
want it to be the end of May. I want to tell you great stories about cornfields.
Sounds good. Well, Coach, looking forward to it.
Thank you, Matt. Appreciate all that you guys do.
We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll have head men's women's tennis coach Chase Hodges right here on Grizzlies Live in Newk Eatery on the Grizzly Digital Network. It's time to gear up, Grizzly fans. Right now, you can find all the latest Grizzly gear to support your team by visiting the Georgia Gwinnett College official bookstore inside the Student Center. Or simply shop online anytime, anywhere by visiting ggc.bncollege.com. From hats and t-shirts to jackets and one-of-a-kind collectibles, you can find it all with the official GGC bookstore. Plus, on game day, be sure to swing by the merchandise table at the stadium. So pick up your favorite item today and show your Grizzly spirit. Go Grizzlies!
Hi Grizzly fans, this is Ned Colgrove, Assistant Athletics Director for External Operations. If you're looking to align your business with our Championship Athletics program, take a look at our excellent corporate sponsorship packages. From signage around our beautiful facility to in-game and digital placement, your tax-deductible support of our program will help offer a championship experience for every student athlete. Plus, connect your brand to our growing fan base. You can find out more by checking out the corporate sponsorship brochure on grizzlyathletics.com or calling me directly at 678-407-5241. Go Grizzlies!
Hello, I'm James Williams, Head Athletic Trainer for the Georgia Gwinnett Grizzlies. Thanks to our friends at Gwinnett Medical Center, your Grizzlies receive first-class, quality health care right here in Gwinnett County. With daily hands-on recovery and state-of-the-art training facilities, the Grizzlies spend more time on the field than they do on the bench. So get in the game, Grizzlies, with Gwinnett Medical Center in Duluth and in Lawrenceville.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here to Grizzlies Live in Newk City. We're joined now by head tennis coach Chase Hodges. Coach, how we doing?
Doing great, Matt. Can't complain.
Got the women in white on today. Postseason mentality, you ready to go?
We got team photos today.
Oh, for the NAI National Tournament. Very nice.
So
very nice. We found out yesterday the Grizzlies on the women's side, the top seed in the tournament.
Sure.
Going to Mobile, Alabama. When you saw the bracket, what was the first thing you thought of?
Just taking it one at a time. It looks like we're going to play the winner of Evangel and Westmont on the women's side. So that'll be on Wednesday. They'll play on Tuesday. It is nice being the 1 seed because the top 8 seeds get a bye. So both the men and women are into the round of 16. And the 9 through 24 play each other.
And so there's a look at the bracket right there. That's the top half of the bracket. Top line there, Georgia Gwinnett College, #1 here. What do you think about? I mean, obviously 1 game at a time. You already said it, but when you saw SCAD on your half, potentially a semifinal matchup, having already beaten them this year, you got to have some confidence.
Yeah, I mean, SCAD's going to have their hands full in that quarterfinal with number 5 Xavier. So you never know how it's going to shake out. If in our quarter, we're looking at maybe Bernal, who we played. They're the 8 seed. So we're getting an opportunity to play some teams that we've already had some success against potentially. So you always feel good about that if you took care of a team early. But then again, I think a lot of it is you have to be even better the next time because it's tougher to beat a team twice. A lot of times, if me and you go out and play and I beat you, then you come out with that chip in your shoulder. So it could go either way. You just mentally got to be ready and be tough. And
we could have the chip if Xavier beats SCAD, because last time we played them, we fell to them in the conference tournament. We didn't see them in the national championship.
Hey, thanks for reminding me. I'll be playing that up. So I'll definitely do that.
Anytime you get a bracket, you're always looking at matchups.
So
bottom half of the bracket here on the women's side, we'll take a peek at that. And the team we beat in the national championship, Amber Riddle's down there at the 2. It's going to be some quality tennis when you get to those last 2 days, whoever it's going to be.
On the women's side, you got AUM at the 2. But Emory Riddle is on the bottom. You also have Lindsey Wilson down there. So that bottom half of the women's draw is, I think, very difficult. So it'll be interesting to see who comes out of there. I do know that, like I said, I hate to say one match at a time, but we got to take care of the one on Wednesday and just move on, and that's what we did last year, and hopefully we can do it again.
We'll get the bye on Tuesday. We play first on Wednesday. Semifinals Thursday, championship game on Friday. That's May 12th through the 16th. I mean, I asked this question rhetorically here, but in coach's preparation for this national tournament, is the team ready? Do you feel like you've done everything you can to defend that national championship?
We're prepared. I mean, that's all we can do right now is be prepared and put them in the best position possible. They've been going through 2-a-days right now, which has been, around their exam schedule, just to try to hit as many balls as humanly possible. So, we've been able to get that going. And also, I think that the conditioning aspect, they flipped the times this year. The men are at 9 a.m. and the women are at 1 p.m. No, the whole tournament.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so the men are playing in the morning, the whole tournament, 9 a.m. The women are at 1 p.m. They flip the schedule every year. So that puts the women playing in the heat of the day. So they're going to have to be fit to get it done, and I'm confident they will be. But, we just continue to work hard.
Absolutely. Let's flip things over to the men's side. You mentioned it. They'll be playing in the morning. Same thing on the men's side. #1 seed in Georgia Gwinnett College. We didn't expect anything else here. But when that bracket comes out, what was something that got your attention?
I mean, on the men's side, with the top 4 teams, they got AUM as the 4 seed. They got a great program. That could be a potential semifinal matchup. You never know. And then the 2 and the 3 with Emory Riddle and Vanguard. Both of them have had phenomenal seasons on the other side of the draw. But there's a lot of other teams like Lindsey Wilson. I think they got a great program. They're coming in as a 5 seed. There's a lot of other teams that could, do some damage. I think William Carey's a dangerous 9 seed that we could see. So, there's a lot of teams, Xavier, that could do some damage.
And, of course, on the bottom side, we see the #2 there in Emory Riddle. Are we destined for another heavyweight showdown in that championship?
I mean, you never know. This is their last year in the NAIA, so I know they're hoping to go out with a bang in a national championship. I think that would be an incredible way for them to go into D2. Obviously, we're going to do everything we can to stop that, but they're going to have a lot to play for. So, like I said, I mean, they got some tough tests ahead of them, so I guess we'll see how it plays out. But one thing's for sure is our men are ready to defend the title. We've had that #1 ranking. Just like the women the whole season. I think it's been, I think it's actually more difficult going in as the 1.
Absolutely.
Than last year when we were going in as maybe a 3. I think I mean, our baseball program got to that 1. I think they've seen it's tough when you're at the top. So the same thing with us. Everybody brings their A game. It's everybody's Super Bowl when they play you. And, it's going to be no different.
If the men do what? They'll defend their national championship and make it #2 for the men's tennis program.
Well, if we can play great doubles. I know I'm extremely confident in our singles play. Really, our 1 through 6 pretty rock solid all the way through. Doubles is something that, man, that's all we really work on. And I think the 3 teams that we have are all very good, and it's just a matter of going out there and getting it done. An 8-game pro set, anything can happen. Absolutely. So those 3 points are really, a lot of them's up in the air. You can't really predict what's going to happen in doubles, so that's going to be the key for us.
Well, again, it all starts in Mobile, Alabama on Tuesday, May 12th for both the men's and the women's tennis program. Both programs have a bye on the 12th, but they'll get going on the 13th. Coach, we cannot wait for this thing to get going here. It's such an electric atmosphere and a great environment.
Can't wait.
Please be safe going down there. We look forward to talking to you.
Look forward to it. Thank you, Matt.
We'll take a break here. We'll come back with senior do-it-all outfielder, infielder, and Arsenio Watlington next, right here on Grizzlies Live at Newk Eatery on the Grizzly Digital Network. The Georgia Gwinnett Grizzlies compete in the heart of Gwinnett County in Metro Atlanta. The Grizzlies currently field 6 teams and compete at the state-of-the-art Grizzly Athletics Complex. Georgia Gwinnett College is transforming higher education and celebrating 10 years since its charter class in 2005. As you plan your next trip to see the Grizzlies, log on to grizzlyathletics.com and select the Visitor's Guide. From driving directions to local points of interest and a listing of our proud sponsors, log on to grizzlyathletics.com.
Hi Grizzly fans, this is Ned Colgrove, Assistant Athletics Director for External Operations. Are you interested in helping offer a championship experience for every single one of our student athletes? Come join us in the Grizzly Club. You can call me directly at 678-407-5241 to learn more, or see our Grizzly Club information online at grizzlyathletics.com. There you can check out our member benefits like game tickets and insider events, plus make your online donation. We can't wait to have your support of our student athletes and welcome you to the Grizzly Club.
Do you have what it takes to compete for the Georgia Gwinnett Grizzlies? Hi, this is Dr. Ian Potter, Assistant Athletics Director for Compliance and Academic Services. If you are interested in becoming a Grizzly through character-driven intercollegiate athletics, visit grizzlyathletics.com and then look under the Student Athletes section. We offer opportunities to students both near and far to pursue academic and athletic excellence here at dynamic Georgia Gwinnett College. Find out more today about wearing the green and gray at grizzlyathletics.com. Go Grizzlies!
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Grizzlies Live here at Newk City. We're joined now by senior Grizzly baseball player and Arsenio Watlington. Arsenio, how we doing, bud?
How you doing, man? I'm good. I'm good.
I'm
Happy
doing
to
good.
be here.
Look at it right there. I had to ask one question. He's got the smile going already. I love it, man. You just glow like you're always having fun, man. We've had Abbott on there. We've had Jared. We've had Seed. And all of a sudden, you're the funniest, man. You keep things loose in the locker room. Where do you get that from?
I mean, I try. I mean, I'm just a happy person. Nothing to be sad about. So.
Have you enjoyed your time in the Grizzly uniform?
Of course. I best decision of my life.
Good.
If I had to rank them, it would be number 1, definitely.
Yeah, absolutely. Who if you make everybody else laugh in the locker room, who makes you laugh? Who keeps you loose?
Definitely Ernesto, Poppy.
Okay.
He's funny. He's so funny. You just gotta have one conversation with him, you'll be laughing too.
He had a heck of a week this week in the tournament, man.
You see that bomb?
On the left,
that bomb.
Playing well at short.
He's good. He's good, and he's another energy booster on our team. He gives us great energy.
And this week is just a microcosm of what has happened all season long for you. You get put in left, you get put in right field, played third for an inning, played second a little bit. How many gloves do you got, man?
I have 3. I used 2, but I just want to do whatever I can to help the team.
Absolutely, and that's going to be, is it hard for you because you show up to the ballpark, you start getting loose and warm up? When do you see that lineup and when do you know what glove you need to grab?
I keep them both close. I mean, it doesn't really matter. I mean, I've worked hard at every position. I'm just blessed to be able to do both.
Well, man, it's a pleasure to watch you play, always playing hard, always having fun. And I don't know if you have a magic number in your head, but if you, on the broadcast, I chase storylines. You know what I mean? So I'm always looking for a great story to tell, okay? For you broke the single season stolen base record a long time ago, okay? I think you have 53 now after this weekend. What's that number going to be with the end of the season of the single season stolen base record?
To put it in a number, if I get 2 every game, that means I'm scoring twice because I got to help the team.
All right.
So I'll say maybe about 7 more, 60.
Okay.
60, 63.
60 stolen bases. So the question I would have to future Grizzlies out there, if 60 stolen bases is season season record, how long will that be the record? I mean, that thing may never ever be broken.
Well, we got Trey right behind me, who's pretty good. Some may say he's faster than me. So
who is faster?
I can't answer that.
Okay, all right, let's do this.
I can't answer
Straight
that.
line 60-yard dash. Who wins? You or Trey?
We haven't raced yet, but I think, I don't want to say it, but maybe Trey might beat me by a hair.
All right, what about first to third? You race him. Who gets him?
Me.
You get him. All right, what about 77 feet? If you have first base, 13-foot lead, 77 feet. Stolen base, who's quicker?
Me.
Okay, all right, fair enough. All right. We may have to arrange that here. We might have to put something together.
I think I've been waiting to do this match race with him, but he's scared.
Everybody's been looking forward to Pacquiao Mayweather. We might have to do a Watlington and Hager race. I like it head-to-head. We have to work on that. What, for you, always keeping things lighthearted and fun, Grizzlies came up short this weekend in the AI tournament. What was that mood like in the locker room? I know Coach Stromdahl got everybody together. We came up short, but what was it like there in that locker room?
We were a little sad at first, but just talking to us, telling us how we battled and how we competed, it made us a little upbeat, and knowing that we have the regionals, and right now the conference is behind us. That doesn't matter. So we have the regionals to look forward to, 3 more games to get the job done. So I think we're all focused now.
And what's great, obviously winning the conference tournament last year helped, and it was the first ever postseason experience, and we learned maybe how to win last year here. This year, the goal all along has been get to that World Series and try to win a national championship. So this week was just a little stub of the toe, right?
Yeah, definitely just a stub of the toe. I mean, I'd rather have a World Series sitting here than a conference title.
Absolutely. What do you know about this opening round tournament coming next week to Lawrenceville?
I know it's going to be good competition, but I know we're ready for it. From the conference tournament, one thing I learned is that we can battle, and no matter what the score is, I always know that we can come back.
That's what I like to hear. A battle for sure is what's going to be next week. That's going to be May 12th through the 16th right here at the Grizzly Baseball Complex. And we'll have all that coverage for you in the Grizzly Digital Network. You think it's a coincidence that Arsenio is going to be our poster boy for the opening round there?
That's a cool pick.
Yeah, you like that. What? Tell me this. Key for the Grizzlies to go back to the World Series. The Grizzlies go back to the World Series if
we stick together as a team, we don't beat ourselves, and we play hard.
Well, Arsenio, thanks for coming by here, man. We got a bigger test before the opening round. Finals coming up, man. How are we doing on finals?
Hey, I'm doing good. I'm just trying to hold everything down so I can be focused on baseball for the next week.
All right, sounds good. Arsenio, thanks for dropping by.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. We're going to take a break. We'll come back, put a nice little bow on this show. You're watching Grizzlies Live on the Grizzly Digital Network.
Hi, I'm Sean Gillespie, Coordinator of Student Athlete Enhancement for Grizzly Athletics. At Georgia Gwinnett College, we uphold the NAIA's Champions of Character values of integrity, respect, responsibility, sportsmanship, and servant leadership. It's our mission to develop lifelong leaders of character through academic and athletic excellence, producing standout citizens for our community. We want our friends, family, and community to be proud to cheer on the Grizzlies every single day. Character-driven intercollegiate athletics are what we're all about. Go Grizzlies!
It's time to gear up, Grizzly fans. Right now, you can find all the latest Grizzly gear to support your team by visiting the Georgia Gwinnett College official bookstore inside the Student Center. Or simply shop online anytime, anywhere by visiting ggc.bncollege.com. From hats and t-shirts to jackets and one-of-a-kind collectibles, you can find it all with the official GGC bookstore. Plus, on game day, be sure to swing by the merchandise table at the stadium. So pick up your favorite item today and show your Grizzly spirit. Go Grizzlies! Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here to Grizzlies Live at Newk's Eatery. Big thanks to our guests, and Chase and Kat and Arsenio for being on the show here. Big thanks for them. Appreciate their patience as well, especially yours too. Had some technical difficulties, had to push the show back about 10 minutes if those of you watching live. For those of you that are watching on demand on YouTube, just ignore everything I just said. Let's see here. Men's and women's tennis hit Mobile, Alabama. The tournament starts on the 12th. They'll get going as the top seeds on the 13th on both sides. The women will play in the morning session and the men will play in the afternoon sessions. Follow all tournament long on grizzlyathletics.com as top seeds will defend both their national championships. Grizzly softball, we'll find out tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. NAInetwork.com. They'll have a selection show that all the fans can watch in. You'll find out where the Grizzlies are going, who their opponents are, what seed they are at the exact same time that we do. And again, that tournament is the 11th through the 13th. We'll have a busy week again next week as the Grizzly baseball team will host the NAI opening round right here in Lawrenceville, the 12th through the 16th. 5 teams, double elimination, with the winner going to the NAI World Series, and you'll have all that coverage, every pitch of the tournament on the Grizzly Digital Network. Our tweet of the week, how appropriate, it comes from our head coach in Kat Ihlenburg, and look at that right there. Fortress defended. I love the hashtag, love the picture. Congratulations again to Kat Ihlenburg and the Grizzly softball team as they're headed to the NAI National Championship. Grizzlies Live is going to take a temporary leave of absence. Next Wednesday, we're going to be covering all these national tournaments. Potentially tune back in the following Wednesday. All depends on whether softball goes to the World Series, baseball goes to the World Series. Case in point, GrizzlyAthletics.com is your home for all things Grizzly Athletics. Hope you guys like the new website as well. Clay and Ned have worked really hard on that here throughout the last week or so, as well as hosting 2 tournaments as well. Big shout out to the crew. Colin, Tamara, Marissa, Josh, Myron, Ebony, I can't list them all. Fantastic job they have done all season long. This is our 23rd broadcast in 8 days. It started with Grizzlies Live last Wednesday, finished with Grizzlies Live here today, and a great week it was, historical to say the very least, for all of us here at Grizzly Athletics. I'm Matt Mahoney, the voice of the Grizzlies, signing off saying, so long everybody, this is the Grizzly Digital Network.
We'd like to thank our corporate sponsors for making today's broadcast possible. You can watch archive broadcasts and feature stories in the On Demand tab of the Grizzly Digital Network. For the most recent information, log on to GrizzlyAthletics.com.